Check 1, 2.
Go!
Serious about real estate?
Yes!
Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need, get over the fear, and get started.
Hello, thank you for calling. My name is Alex. How may I help you?
Yes, I've seen your ad on the internet here. And how does that work exactly?
So you've seen our ad on the internet?
Yes, about buying houses for cash.
And you want to know what our process is?
Yes, I do, because I have one for sale.
Okay, well, the process that we need to go through is a series of questions to determine the condition of the property, why you would want to sell it, what you think the property is worth, and most importantly, how much you want to sell it for. It usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes to go through this process.
Okay.
Do you have a house that you're interested in selling?
Yes, I surely do. Y'all do buy homes in Arkansas?
Yes, we actually buy houses all over the country.
Okay. I have one for sale, and it's at 302 Drive.
Okay. May I please have your first and last name?
My name is Brenda.
Brenda.
Mm-hmm.
That's Brenda.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. Thank you for helping me with that, Brenda. And in case we get disconnected, Brenda, what is a good number to call you back on?
Okay. My number here is 0133.
0133?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. Thank you, Brenda. And do you happen to have another number where we may reach you at?
No, we're just moved here.
Just moved? Okay. And Brenda, what is your primary email address where our purchase manager can email you an offer to purchase your house?
Okay, hold on just a minute. He just got it set up. Okay. Hold on just 1 minute. What's our email address here? .net.
.net?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Brenda. Well, Brenda, thank you for calling us to buy your house. Before we can determine how much we can buy your house for, there were just a few more questions I need to ask about your specific plans to sell it, okay?
Okay.
Great. Again, my name is Alex, and my job is to collect all the information needed so that our purchase manager can construct the very best offer for you if your house qualifies. As we go through the process, you'll notice that I will be writing down the information that we need to have in order to present you with a fair and intelligent offer as quickly as possible, usually within the next 24 to 48 hours. Let's get started. Yes?
Yes.
And Brenda, you said you found us online?
Yes.
Excellent. And Brenda, you are calling because you have a house you're hoping to sell, yes?
Oh, I hope it sells, yes.
That's fantastic. We're definitely looking for another house to buy right now. And Brenda, is the property currently listed with a real estate broker?
No.
It's not listed. That's great. And you said the address was 302 Drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for helping me with that, Brenda. You know, Brenda, no one knows more about your house than you do, and we buy houses all over the country. So we are actually going to buy your house without ever going out to physically see the house. Once we agree to buy the house and you agree to sell us the house, we will send our local professionals out to determine the exact condition and repair costs the house may need. In the meantime, we would hope that you would be fair and honest regarding the condition of the house so that we don't move forward with an agreement to purchase your house that will later have to change or cancel because of missing information. Does that make sense? Yes?
Yeah.
That's great. So let me ask you, Brenda, what amount should we assume we will have to pay in total repair cost and work or upgrades that a lender may require or that a future buyer will ask to be fixed?
The only thing I can think of really right now is maybe the garage.
Maybe the garage?
Siding on the garage because, like I say, it has been set in a couple of years. So, you know.
So the only thing you can think of is just maybe the garage?
Yeah, maybe they could do some work in the garage and basement. The upstairs part, we have all the carpets new in the upstairs. The central unit is pretty new in the house. We have central air and put up. The carpet's new and the tiles new. And we did have installation put all through the house.
So new carpet and tile?
Uh-huh. That, as far as I know, the only thing that really does, maybe you might want to do some work is in the basement. And the basement does have like an entertainment room, another bath down there, a shower where when people went swimming they could, wash off down there instead of bringing it up to the upstairs.
Okay, so it does have a restroom and an entertainment center in the basement?
Uh-huh.
So it's the basement and the garage that may need some work?
I'm not really sure that the basement would need some work, but probably the garage might because we enclosed it in, and if they wanted to, they could just take off that garage. I know last time we were up, I think a board needed replaced because we had a woodpecker.
A woodpecker?
Yeah.
Brenda, could you give me your best guess on how much you think those repairs might cost?
Oh, maybe about $5,000, maybe, if that.
Maybe.
Much. I'm not real sure. I'm not real good at that.
Okay, well, Brenda, what do you think the house is worth? Or in other words, if we sent out a real estate appraiser over tomorrow and had the property appraised, what do you think the house would be worth in today's market?
Well, see, that's where I'm at a dilemma because when we were with a realtor and they first listed it, they listed it as $80,000, and then then we were with them a couple of years and we dropped down to $70,000. So I guess on the market right now it'd probably be anywhere between $70,000, something like that.
So around $70,000.
Yeah, from 70 to 75. I really don't know.
And Brenda, would that be as is, or would that be putting it in perfect condition to meet the lender requirements in order to allow you to sell to a conventional buyer?
Well, I'm probably 70,000 as is. I really don't know. I'm not even good at this.
So maybe 70,000 as is. And
yes.
What do you think it would be worth in perfect condition?
Perfect condition. Well, believe it or not, at one time, and we could knock ourselves in the head. We were offered $95 for it, and we should have took it.
So maybe around $95 in perfect condition?
Yes, ma'am, or more. I don't know because it is by the lake, and it is by one of the largest boat docks in the area. And I think
okay,
that's
so it's
good. That's
right there by one of the largest boat docks.
Mhm.
Brenda, is there a mortgage on the house that we will need to pay off?
Yes. And like I say, we are willing to take less because we have saved a little bit, through making payments on it. And
so you're willing to, take less because you have saved?
Yeah, we have saved some, because, this making the payment on it all the time, and we live down here in Alabama now, so kind of hard. My husband retired, and this is where he wanted to move, so he took a mortgage out on the house to buy this house.
Okay, so you're currently residing in Alabama?
Uh-huh.
Brenda, what is the loan balance on the mortgage?
I think it's 66.
66,000?
Mm-hmm.
And what are the monthly payments?
397.
397?
Mm-hmm.
And are the payments current on the loan?
Oh, yes. I make them every month.
Thank you. And Brenda, what were you hoping to sell your house for? The net amount that you would receive to put in your pocket after all the repair and update costs have been considered, after all of your seller's closing costs have been subtracted, and after we pay the loans off, what we call the walk-away money. Go ahead and share with me, Brenda, what amount of money are you hoping to walk away with?
Well, since I don't have to pay a realtor now, within the 50 range, 50-something, 56, something like that, 57, 59.
So around 57 or 59,000?
Yes.
I see. And Brenda, since we are paying all your closing costs to sell, is that the least you will take?
Well, I guess we better see what they offer me on it.
Well, Brenda, we are also going to buy your house as is, and we are going to pay for all the necessary repairs or updates the house may need. Is that the lowest you will go, $59,000?
No, I'll probably go up. I'll see what we can do. The lowest we could go is probably $50,000, and that is the bottom dollar we could go.
$50,000?
Yes.
Brenda, knowing that we are going to buy your house now and take all your worry and stress away, along with holding costs, waiting for your house to sell, can you help us by lowering your price a little bit more?
Well, I kind of think that's pretty low considering it's right by the lake and the boat dock.
So $50,000 is the lowest you will go?
Yeah, probably the lowest we could go on that.
Well, Brenda, I have all the information we need for now. At this time, we need to look over the information you gave me, do some research on the property, and if we have any more questions, we'll call you back. Also, I'd like to set up an appointment to have our purchase manager contact you back and make you an offer to buy your house. Yeah. Which time and day would be better for our purchase manager to contact you? We actually have time available today. I can have my purchase manager contact you at 1 o'clock your time.
Okay, that would be fine. Because I have to leave here at 2 o'clock and be at work, so.
So you have to leave by 2 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, well, great. Then my purchase manager will contact you today at 1 o'clock. One more thing, Brenda. When our purchase manager calls you, if you can agree on the terms and you can agree on the price that works for both of you, are you ready to get the paperwork done and sell your house?
Oh, you better believe it.
And I better believe it.
And it's not that it's not a pretty home, but we're all the way up here and down there, and it was on the market, a couple of years, and we just can't run back and forth and take care of everything. And there's also a pool table that goes with it. I mean, it's got brand new appliances in it.
So it's pretty much in good shape.
Yes.
Well, I have one last question, Brenda. When our purchase manager calls you, it is important that all of the decision makers be there so we can come to an agreement to buy your house. Will all of the decision makers be there for the appointment?
Yes. Just me and my husband.
Just you and your husband? Great. And is there anything you need from our purchase manager besides a checkbook when they contact you to buy the house, Brenda?
No, that should be it.
Okay, well, Brenda, if you could do me a favor and locate the latest mortgage statement so that you and our purchase manager can make reference to it.
Okay, I surely will.
Great. Thank you for doing that for me. Well, Brenda, we look forward to buying your house, and my purchase manager will be in contact with you later today around 1 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Brenda. You have a good weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak with Brenda, please?
Yes, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. This is Ryan, and it looks like you spoke with Alex on the phone about your interest in selling your house.
Yes.
Great. Brenda, I did want to speak with you a little bit about this property as far as the net amount that you would receive to put in your pocket. After all the repair costs and upgrades have been considered, after all your seller's closing costs have been subtracted, and after we pay off your loan for you, and that's what we call the walkaway money, I understand you are looking to walk away with $50,000. Is that correct?
Yes. Now, my husband said that it probably wouldn't take that much to do that repairs to the garage because it is, we just enclosed it. And as far as I know, there's only like one board there, that woodpeckers eat it.
Woodpeckers, all right. So like I was saying, I understand you're looking to walk away with $50,000. And since we are paying all your closing costs to sell, is that the least you will take?
Like I say, it really doesn't need any repairs. I mean, what are they offering on that?
What are they offering on that? Well, that's what I am here to speak with you about, but I do need to know because we are going to buy your house as is, and we are going to pay for any necessary repairs, whether big or small, and updates in the house. Is that the lowest you will go?
We might could go, like I say, it really doesn't need a lot of work. I mean, the very least we could go is like 49, and that is it.
49.
Because like I say, it doesn't need any work except, maybe the garage is what's closed in, and you could just take that off and have your garage back again, Take the board off.
Just take the board off.
Yeah, the board's there,
Right. And knowing that we are going to buy your house now and take all your worry and stress away, along with holding costs waiting for your house to sell, can you help us by lowering your price a little bit more?
That's pretty low. It's right by the lake, by the largest boat dock on there. And if we can't, get that amount out of it, then we'll probably just hang on to it for a while and make the payments, because it is a pretty good, place.
Okay. I understand, Brenda. So $49,000. Well, Brenda, since we're going to be paying all your closing costs to sell, we are also going to buy your house as is, and we're going to pay for the necessary repairs or updates the house may need, if any, like I said, little or small, or little or larger. We are going to work with you and close on the date of your choice to eliminate your holding costs, and then we will have to turn around and sell it again to a new family and end up with a whole new set of closing costs again. Typically, all these costs, all these expenses cost us 20 to 25% of the sales price. And as a professional investor, you can understand that we also need to make some kind of gain. Brenda, what it pretty much looks like is you would need to come to escrow with about $10,000 in order to sell.
You what now?
You would have to write a check for $10,000 in order to sell this property. Is that something that you would be interested in?
No.
No? Okay. Well, I definitely understand.
Because y'all would only be paying how much for the house? $40,000?
No, we wouldn't be paying anything. Because the property value is not that high and there is a mortgage that's very close to it, and taking into consideration all the costs that we are going to be paying on this house, as well as our gain, you would actually be in the negative.
We were going to pay the mortgage off on the house, what we owe on it.
And so you were looking to pay the mortgage off and then walk away with $49,000?
Yes.
Let me see here. Let's see here. So after paying the mortgage off.
See, what we were going to do is, if we got 40, within, 49,000 for it, then we'd put an amount with that to pay the mortgage off. Do you see what I'm saying?
So you were interested in paying to also pay the mortgage off if we gave you $49,000?
Yes. And I would pay the rest, come up with the rest to pay the mortgage off.
So you would ultimately not walk away with any money in your pocket. Is that correct, Brenda?
After I pay the mortgage, no. I'll just, that was the ideal. I was going to get anywhere from, $49,000 out of it, and then pay the rest, out of our bank to pay the mortgage off.
Okay. Brenda, with that being said, regardless, we're interested in purchasing the house, whether you would have to pay or we would have to pay, no matter. Do you mind if I give you a call back here in about 5 minutes?
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello?
Hi, is this Brenda?
Yes, this is Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. It's Ryan again. Okay, so I spoke with my supervisor.
I kind of think that you might have misunderstood me.
I think we might have misunderstood each other. I just wanted to, make sure that we're on the same page.
Yes, because I was wanting to get enough out of the house with what I have to pay the mortgage off. And so basically what I needed to know is how much would y'all offer me for the house?
Right, of course. So I want to take you through the process so that we can figure that out together. Would that be okay?
Okay, but I've got to hurry up and get ready for work in just a minute. I can't afford to be late.
All right, I understand. I will not take up much of your time because I do have a lot of the information already. And is this the best number to contact you back on in case we get disconnected?
Yes.
Great. And it does look like I have an email address, which is perfect. And, Brenda, you did call us because you have a house you are hoping to sell, yes?
Yes.
Fantastic.
And I really didn't want to list it through a realtor again because, like I say, it's been on the market a little while, and you know, when the bottom fell out of the house deal, but it's picking back up, I guess, fast now. But I'm kind of like this. I give them enough time to sell it, and they didn't, so I'm moving on.
Right, I understand. And it's not currently listed with a real estate broker, correct?
No. Our listing run out July the 10th.
July the 10th. That's great. And what was it listed for back then?
Well, we started out, believe it or not, with $80,000. $80,000, and we dropped it all the way down to $59,000. But I just really don't think they showed it a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. So it didn't sell for even $59,000, and you believe that to be the
Well, he told me, he said, well, we've got quite a few offers, and first he called me the first time, and he said, could you take $64,000 for it? And I'm like, well, let me think about that. And then he called back, and he said, well, they found something else. But like I say, when they did the evaluation of the house, they listed it for $80,000, and it's like, well, So I don't know.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Well, I definitely will keep that in mind as far as, you believing that they didn't show it enough and that it was dropped all the way down to $59,000 and it has just expired. And that's fine, Brenda. And we are speaking about 302 Strive?
Yeah, and you can look the pictures up probably and still get them off the Internet and show what it looks like.
Yeah, great. And we will probably be doing that. And as far as repairs, I know you said $5,000 if that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I doubt if it'll really take that because, well, what we did, we enclosed the garage there. Mm-hmm. And there's a siding there on the outside that's kind of, a woodpecker got to it.
That's fine, Brenda.
That's true. So those will have to be replaced. And with this market thing, I'm really not sure how much it would cost. But as far as the house alone, there is no repairs necessary for it.
Okay. And that's
you'll
great.
See that when you look up the pictures there. And it is one of the largest boat docks around, and you have a path to the lake that you could go to.
That's good. That sounds beautiful. And that's no problem. We buy houses in any condition. We don't ask our sellers to do any work or repairs at all. Brenda, after we buy your house, we will be the ones paying for the necessary repairs or updates the house may need. I do want to ask, what's causing you to want to sell this property?
Well, it's way down there, and we're way up here. And I don't have time to go down there, keep it, when houses set up, they get musky. And there's just certain things that need to be done. And when you live 12 and a half hours away, it's kind of hard.
I understand. And we can certainly help you with that. Is there any tenants in the home right now, or is it currently vacant?
No, it's vacant.
Vacant. Got it. Vacant. And what have you done so far to try and sell it other than listing it with a realtor?
Nothing.
Realtor. That's fine. And do you have to sell this house in order to buy the next one or meet future goals?
No, we just don't want to keep making payments on it.
I understand that. So that's actually just going to make us the perfect buyer for you because we are not looking for a house to live in. We can actually buy this house and close on the date of your choice. Brenda, with that being said, how soon would you say you would be able to sell this house and close escrow by?
As soon as you can.
As soon as possible. That sounds great. And would you be able to close in the next 20 to 30 days?
Oh, yes, even sooner.
Even sooner.
Ready
awesome.
to close tomorrow. In that
awesome.
way, I would quit giving them, it's 94 something. I think that's what it is because I looked it up on my thing. And we owe like 65 on it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got my loan from the bank, they were even willing to give me more on it. They went out and looked at the house, and I said, no, this is all I need to buy my other house in Alabama. And I never dreamed of it staying on the market this long.
Wow. Yeah, I understand.
And things are picking back up from what I understand. So, but like I said, we give him a couple of years to sell it, and he didn't do it, so it's time to move on.
It's time to move on. I'm so glad you guys did give us a call, too. And if this property doesn't sell, you know, if it what's going to happen if it doesn't? Meaning, what are you going to do with the house, and how is that going to affect your plans to sell it?
Well, I guess if it doesn't sell through y'all, we will have to list it through a different, a realtor.
Yeah, through a different realtor?
And I hate doing that because they do charge, a certain amount, so you'd have to ask more for it. And this way, if I list it through y'all, then I don't have to, pay the realtor's fee, so I can take less.
Right, I understand. And that is, not a lot of people know that you do have to pay things like the closing costs for selling a house to a realtor. So I am very glad that you are aware. And as far as what you believe this house to be worth in today's market, in perfect condition, I have 95, and as is, I have 70. Is that correct?
Yes, because like I say, the way the market is right now, I don't know. It's picking up. That, and I do, it is a slow process, but it is picking up every day more and more.
It is picking up. Okay. Brenda, with us speaking about the realtor fees, how much were they going to charge you in order to sell your house on the market?
Oh, I think it was probably about, $5,000 to $6,000. That's why I think it's like 6 or something like that.
5,000 to 6,000. Okay.
Yeah, so this way I can drop it down, that 6,000. That's why I told you a price, that. But like I say, what I need to know from you guys is how much are you willing to pay for the house? And that's the bottom line.
Of course. And I do just have a couple more questions for you as far as the mortgage. There still is a mortgage on the property, and you said that was of 65?
Yes.
65. And these payments are current, correct?
Yes, it's 65. That 65. I think it's 65.4, something like that. 65.4. So if we were to round it, 66. Yes, but what I was saying, whatever y'all give me on the house, I could take out of my account and finish paying it off.
And finish paying it off. That sounds great, Brenda. And I do want to tell you a little bit about what we do. We buy houses like yours all the time, and we do pay for all of the costs. So the things like real estate commission, title insurance, and escrow fees, as well as the transfer tax, termite clearance, and roof certifications. And that list
we have a termite contract on it.
That's good. And, that list goes on, and that's going to help us out. So there is no cost to you, and we do buy them in an as-is condition.
Yes, we've kept a termite contract on it all these years, so we still have that on it.
That's going to help us, Brenda. Thanks so much for that. And we are going to assume the responsibility for all of the needed repairs, whether we've seen them already or not. And one of the positive factors about selling us your house, I know you said it's vacant right now, you can actually stay in possession of the property for as long as you need to, and we can still get you the money on the date of your choice. With that being said,
it's way down there. We're way up here.
Right. So let's go ahead and take this thing off your hands. We will pay cash when we buy your house, so you can have the peace of mind knowing it's sold. Not only sold, but sold to someone who can afford to buy it, because we don't have to rely on a bank to qualify your house, nor do we need to beg them for a loan and risk them changing their minds at the last minute. And believe me, Brenda, there's nothing more frustrating than seeing a deal break down in escrow. And this is not going to happen to you. Isn't that really what you want?
Oh, yes. I just really want out from underneath the payments and having to run down there and spend all the gas money, keep it clean, keep it smelling good. You know what I mean.
Yes, I do. And I understand you were looking to walk away with $49,000, correct, at the lease?
Yes. But like I say, I need to know what y'all are going to offer for it. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Right. And that would be what we were going to offer with you paying off the mortgage, correct?
Yes.
Would you consider doing 45?
Oh God, I don't know about that. the way things are going, like I say, it's killing us every month paying $400, almost $400.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like when I'm talking to you, we're just going lower and lower and lower. But
right, I
what
understand.
I need to know, after you see the property, can you just tell me what you're willing to pay for it?
Well, it is very
important. I'm asking.
Right. It's very important that you understand that once we come to the agreement to purchase the property and you agree to sell us it, at that point and at that point only will we be sending out local professionals to view the house. If we can't come to some sort of agreement in purchasing the property, we won't be sending anyone out there.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. But I know it's a little bit of a different way to purchase houses.
Yeah, it is, because it's like, wouldn't you want to look at it before you purchase it,
That's right. And, before we make our offers, we do a little bit of research on the home.
Yeah,
and as far
please do that. Could you do some research and look at it online?
Right, and that's what we have done.
Back
yeah, we have done that, Brenda.
Do you see the pictures of it online there?
We haven't looked at the pictures yet, but...
Yeah, please do that. Could you do that and then give me a call back? I don't know if y'all are in tomorrow or the next day, but for now, I really have to get ready to go to work.
Okay, I understand. Brenda, it really is as simple as this. We have done a little bit of research on the home. Is there any time that I can call you at the end of today?
No, because I'm going to work, and I won't be back till 11 o'clock. Now, I'll be home all day tomorrow, and like I say, good time to call me is like tomorrow or the next day. I don't know if y'all work tomorrow. You probably don't.
No, we don't. We'll be back open Monday. Are you available Monday?
Monday would be fine, yes. Anytime before 1 o'clock would be fine.
Anytime before 1. All right. Well, let me go ahead and schedule an appointment for Monday. Feel free to think it over. Our offer is $45. I understand you're looking at $49. And I will be giving you a call Monday, okay?
Yes, and like I say, look at the pictures and then decide, Because I think it's really hard for y'all to just go over the phone with what information I give you without looking at some pictures, and the pictures should still be up there.
Mm-hmm.
And so just look at the pictures of the place on the inside, and it'll show you the outside, and that'll give you an idea right there,
Right. And, based off of the pictures, we do get our numbers off of those as well. So the numbers that we have right now, we'd be looking to offer $45, and that's, what I'd like to talk to you about, the $49. And I do understand you do have to go.
Yes, honey, I'm so sorry, but if I don't get ready now, I'm going to be late.
I definitely
have to go.
Brenda, so let me go ahead and give you a call Monday, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello?
Hi, may I speak with Brenda, please?
Yes, this is Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. This is Ryan again. I spoke with you, I believe it was either Friday or Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Surely did.
All righty, Brenda.
And I was a little confused because, first time when I talked to you, you said, well, I needed to write a check for $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then we proceeded talking, and I'm really trying to figure out where to go from here.
Okay. Well, the first offer we made was actually off of the numbers that you had given us, and we did do a little bit of research on the property. What we found the property to be worth wasn't able to justify the $95,000, but what you believe the property to be worth. However, when we did do our research, we found the house to be worth, in perfect condition, somewhere around $80,000. Now, with that being said, we do have to take into consideration the repairs on the house. And as far as your mortgage, I know you said that you were looking to see what we could offer you, and the rest you would pay out of pocket, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Brenda, last time when we spoke, I had actually offered $45,000 is what we could offer you. So that means.
But that was when I thought the repairs would be high on the thing.
When they would be high.
Going to be.
Okay. So, all right.
As far as I know, there's a board that needs to be replaced because of a woodpecker, and maybe the repairs by itself may be maybe, even if you hired somebody and done it and everything, maybe $2,000.
2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But everything in the house, did you pull it up and look at it?
Yes, I did. It looks like a very nice house. It does look like it needs a couple of repairs as far as, when's the last time you painted it?
Oh, it's been a while. But see,
Yes.
it's half rock and half.
Mhm. Yeah, and I do recall you talking about the woodpecker going at that piece of wood.
Yes,
and
I did.
Yeah, and then the paint. Right. So we did take those things into consideration. And as far as us, needing to make a gain on the property, and we're going to be paying off all your closing costs to sell on the property, it looks like what we would be able to offer you is the $45,000. So you would need to be able to come out the rest, about $21,000.
21. And like I say, I'm making like $400 payments on it every month, and that's just about to eat us up and take our savings. Now, how soon could you close on that?
Well, on the purchase agreements, when we do send them over, once we come to an agreement to purchase the property and you agree to sell us it, it is a 60-day closing, and that's a standard escrow. We're successful closing them somewhere around 30 days.
Okay, 30 days, and it should be sold, and I'll be out, 21 out of pocket? Because I need an exact amount. Because
right. And
like 20.
Right, that's what you would be coming to escrow with, is 21.
Well, we're going to have to do something. We've had it on the market a couple of years, and like I say, it's a nice thing. But I do need to know some things, like if we had microwave and things in there, should we leave all that in the house?
We would definitely appreciate it, but it is not necessary.
Okay. And there is also a pool table downstairs. Now, could y'all buy that from us? It's like a brand new pool table.
I wish we could. We're definitely interested in purchasing always, but we're more interested in purchasing the properties, not as much as what's in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess what I'm asking, if we wanted to get some stuff out of there, we could.
Of course.
Leave all the appliances and stuff, or how does that work? I don't understand that part.
You would, if you needed to leave anything there, if you didn't want to take it with you, you're more than welcome to leave it. And then the gentlemen that do go in, the local professionals that we send out to clean up the property, would be taking care of those.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, see, that's what confused me so bad, because when I first talked to you, you said, well, I'll give you $48 for it, and then we just proceeded to drop down. And that's what confused me so much.
Confused you so much? Okay. Well, I do want you to be confident in you selling your own property, Brenda. And I'm always willing to speak with you about numbers. Right now we are seeing ourselves, with 46,000. Is that a number that you could do?
Yes, I could do that. I really could, because like I say, I know what I have in the bank now, and I do have to have money to live on.
Right.
And we are taking a incredible loss on it, because like I say, it's right by the lake, and it's by one of the largest boat docks around.
Right. And I did see that whenever I was looking up the pictures for the property.
Yeah, we could do 46. We really could.
Okay. Well, I would like to go ahead and move forward with purchasing the property, Brenda, and I know you were concerned about the time length, and may I ask why? Are you guys in a hurry to move, or?
We already moved.
You already moved? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And
all right.
It's just getting to be a headache to go back and forth, because it costs so much for gas to go. We're like 12 and a half hours away.
Wow, yeah. You definitely want to sell this house.
Between trying to take care of it and keep it up, and you just can't do it, and try to work too, and plus making the payments on it, the insurance payment. Because when a house is vacant, it costs you so much for insurance.
That's right. It does. Well, Brenda, I really want to help you out, and what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get this purchase price for $46,000 approved by the board. And when I do that, you are ready to sell your house to us today, correct?
Yes.
All right, Brenda, let's go ahead and move forward with buying your house. I want to send you over the purchase agreement, and may I do that via email? All right, and that's at mediacom with 2b's.net.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. I'll get that over to you here shortly. And when do you think I can expect that to come back?
Probably today. Now, I have to be at work have to leave here at 2 o'clock. So after 2 o'clock, my husband will be here.
He will be here. Okay,
yeah,
no problem.
The whole time,
So let me go ahead and get that over to you. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to contact me. I'll leave my email address and fax number on there for you, and you can send that back to me either way, okay?
Okay.
All right. Congratulations, Brenda. We'll be in contact, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Get more info and stay in touch.